How's it going, everyone? Today the stock market being very good, and today I'm going to talk about Alibaba, ticker BABA, one of the biggest e-commerce in China. If this is your first time in my channel is all about crypto and market analysis. I do it on the daily basis. Make sure you turn on your notifications so that way that you don't miss out any updates that I do on a daily basis. Alright, let's go ahead and start. Alibaba was over 300 in late 2020. What the reason it tanked 50%? I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a couple reasons that why it tanked 50% from its all-time high. Right now it's sitting at $124. Is this going to be a good buy for you in the long term? I'm going to explain a couple reasons that why it's tanked, okay? And then I'm going to go over the bull cases and also the technical analysis, explaining to you guys that should you guys buy Alibaba in 2022 and hold it for a long run. Go ahead and get started. Let's look at the technical analysis. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the first thing that, as everyone knows, that JMIA was the founder Alibaba. It stepped down as the CEO of Alibaba. Since then, the performance of Alibaba started slowing down. The second reason is China and the US tensions. The third main thing is e-commerce was booming during the pandemic. So after the pandemic is over, people get back to normal. Not just Alibaba, all the e-commerce start putting back, as you can see, Wish, JMIA, all the e-commerce start putting back at least 50 to 60%. So another reason is that recently that SoftBank was rumored that tried to sell Alibaba's share, but after that they denied of selling their share. As soon as they announced that, the share bounced back up a little bit. So all those bear cases I just mentioned, that why Alibaba tanked from $300 to $120. And now I'm going to look at the technical analysis and the financials. Those reasons are justified or not, the stock back to $120. So you think about this. Alibaba right now is sitting at $300 billion market cap, okay? Compared to Amazon, Amazon's 1.6 trillion. Alibaba is just like the Chinese Amazon, and so many people using it, and it's so demanding. It's not just a e-commerce business. So Alibaba has so many business, not just e-commerce. It has social media, computing cloud, all those business, their business model is pretty diversified. But anyways, let's go take a look at the technical analysis real quick. So right now, today, we're sitting at $126. So as you guys can see, we touched $120 something three times. So we set the triple bottom right here. Okay, so today, it bounced back up 3-4%. So we set the temporary bottom at $125 around that range, right? So the next level we want to see is to break that $137 level. That's the next resistance. As soon as we break that, the next resistance we're going to see is $175, okay? And that's a pretty strong resistance. Once we break through that, we're going to see a huge uptrend back to $200. So is that going to happen in the next earning? The next earning is going to be in February 15. And also that's the very important earning. Only based on the technical analysis of what we're seeing right here, we are setting a temporary bottom. As you guys see that we are making the lower low since $310. We never break that low, okay? We never break that low, and we never set a bottom. But this couple weeks, we did set the bottom at $120 something, okay? And that is a very important support, okay? If you break through that $120, it might keep going lower, okay? So if you're like a day trader or swing trader, you would want to set your stop below $120, so that way that you're going to limit your loss, right? But if you are a long-term investor that already holding, I would tell you guys now is the good time to cost dollar averaging, because right now you see the support. It might not go even lower. So it depends on the macro environment. So based on just the technical analysis, we are looking at a very good level that to accumulate more share if you're already a investor, okay? Also, this is not a financial advice, okay? Right now, let's go look at their financial from the last quarter. So their chart and their financials always speak louder than anything else, right? As you guys see, their revenue grew 29% year to the year, and China commerce grew 30% year to year, international commerce 34% year to year, cloud computing 33% year to year. So as you guys can see, their revenue growing at 30% year to year, and this is a huge number for such a multi-billion-dollar company. And this is not a small cap that we are talking about. If you see a small cap that growing at 30%, that is a reasonable number to grow that much, right? Because you're small, then you should be growing as much as, 30%. But you talk about Alibaba is one of the biggest e-commerce in China that is still growing The revenue is still growing at 30%, and that number is a huge number grow, okay? And the next thing that we look at is cost revenue, G&A expenses. As you guys can see, these presentations and the cost revenue percentage doesn't change much, and their G&A expense doesn't increase as much. So what's that mean to you guys? Their revenue increased 30%, but their cost revenue doesn't increase at all or much at all, and the G&A expense doesn't increase that much at all. So what that gets to you guys, that means that their EBITDA number is looking good and their profit margin is high, right? And they're controlling their costs and they're increasing their revenue and they're doing so much good things on their financial. After we look at a couple important numbers on their financial, on their presentation, it looks like they are still doing very, very good in their business. But based on what I'm talking about, this couple point right here, I think right now that Alibaba already found the temporary bottom at $120 something, okay? So I see e-commerce business only gonna grow faster, bigger in the future because a lot more people shopping online. The traditional retail business is gonna be taken over by e-commerce business. People like to shopping online and people like to order everything online. This is why how successful Amazon is, how successful Alibaba is in China. And this company is definitely a long-term investment. All the concern that we have that I just talked about at this price, I believe that already priced in, okay? So also do your own due diligence on it and take a look at it and make sure that you guys pay attention to the next earnings on February the 15th. That's the estimate that when they're gonna have their next earning coming out. Okay, guys. If you find this video helpful, please give me a like and subscribe and make sure that you guys turn on your notifications. You don't want to miss out the next stock or the next crypto that I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. And hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.